Sorry about that, the video cut off. I'm going to continue on about line 35, Canto 2, the Adoration of the Divine Mother. The smile that saves the golden peak of things. Sorry, a piece of gummy candy. Trying to get stuck. The smile that saves the golden peak of things, with a question mark. This too is truth at the mystic fount of life. A black veil that has been lifted, we have seen the mighty shadow of the omniscient Lord, but who has lifted up the veil of light, and who has seen the body of the King? The mysteries of God's birth and acts remains, leaving unbroken the last chapter's seal. Unsolved the riddle of the unfinished play, the cosmic player laughs within his mask. And still the last inviolate secret hides behind the human glory of a form, behind the gold eidolon of a name. A large white lion has figured as a goal. But far beyond the ineffable sun track's blaze, what seems the source and end was a wide gate, a last bare step into eternity. An eye has opened upon timelessness. Infinity takes back the forms it gave. And through God's darkness of his naked light, his million rays return into the sun. There is a zero sign of the supreme. Nature left nude and still uncovers God. But in all her grandiose nothingness, all is there. Where her strong garbs are torn away from us, the soul's ignorance is slain, but not the soul. The zero covers an immortal face. A high and blank negation is not all. A huge extinction is not God's last word. Life's ultimate sense, the close of being's course, the meaning of this great mysterious world. In absolute silence sleeps an absolute power. Awakening, it can wake the trance-bound soul. And in the ray reveal the parent sun, S-U-N. It can make the world a vessel of spirit's force. It can fashion in the clay God's perfect shape. To free the self is but one radiant pace. Here to fulfill himself was God's desire. Man. That's what we're here doing. We're here to fulfill himself, God's desire. That's us. It's all of us. All one. Wow. If y'all find it a problem that I'm medicating while reading this wonderful, glorious poem, most magnificent poem ever written in my opinion, my humble opinion, if y'all have a problem with me medicating, I'm smoking my own medicine that I made myself for myself, Hearts, Healing Herbal Extracts, Labs, coming to Oregon, but for now it's for me. If you have a problem with it, say something down in the comments. I'll gloss over it and continue to smoke and think of you when I send you love and light as I take bong hits. It's healing. It's my medicine. I had Tourette's syndrome growing up. It wasn't horrible, but it was bad enough to be a problem. On all kind of medications, my whole young childhood life. Smoked weed. Knew it was worked. Knew it was my medicine. All I needed. I've been smoking it ever since, and it's healed me from Tourette's syndrome, bipolar, manic depression. They put everything in the book on me. And I just continued to smoke my weed. Didn't take my medicine when I didn't have to. When I got old enough to tell them, fuck you, I'm not taking it, I did. I continued to smoke my weed. And other than some cuss words every once in a while, I've healed myself of all demons. the majority, and I'm working hard to rid the last vestiges of anything that doesn't benefit all parties involved with love and light, healing love and light. That being said, it's my holy sacrament. And on top of that, I made some bomb-ass amazing concentrates all by myself. Taught myself the whole process. Jumped headlong in, learned organic chemistry, taught myself. I did that. I love it. To heal myself and everyone else that's interested. I guess I would have to say, if you're not interested, maybe you should become interested. Makes me a better person. Blessed. One more bean. That is so yummy. That's like a mango pineapple live rosin. I don't know. Awesome. The old girl gave it to me. She gave it back to me. Said it was too tasty for her. She couldn't have it around because all she wanted to do was smoke it. And she just ended up eating everything in her cupboard and then passing out. So she gave it back to me. I love it. I love everything I made. That journey, that part of the journey has been fascinating. And I'm so excited. Like, it's hard to do in Houston because it's not necessarily legal here. So, you know, I'm all going somewhere where it's legal. So I expect things to start to blow up in my favor. The universe is guiding me. It's got my back. That being said, we'll continue on. And still the last inviolate secret hides, and still the last, but the human glory of a form behind the gold eidolon of a name, a large white line has figured as a goal, but far beyond the ineffable sun tracks blaze. What seemed the source and end was a wide gate, a last bare step into eternity. An eye has opened upon timelessness. Infinity takes back the forms it gave, and through God's darkness or its naked light, or his naked light, his million rays return into the sun. S-U-N. There is a zero sign of the supreme. Nature left nude and still uncovers God. But in her grandiose nothingness, all is there. There her strong garbs are torn away from us. The soul's ignorance is slain, but not the soul. The zero covers an immortal face. A high and blank negation is not all. A huge extinction is not God's last word. Life's ultimate sense, the close of being's course, the meaning of this great mysterious world, in absolute silence, sleeps and absolute power. Awaking, it can wake the trance-bound soul. And in the ray reveal the parent sun, S-U-N. It can make the world a vessel of spirit's force. It can fashion in the clay of God's perfect shape. To free the self is but one radiant pace. Here to fulfill himself and God was God's desire. Pretty sure I already read all that, but it's so fucking beautiful, it doesn't matter. I'm reading it again. Even while he stood on being's naked edge, and all the passion and seeking of his soul faced their extinction in some featureless vast. The presence he yearned for suddenly drew close. Across the silence of the ultimate calm, out of a marvelous transcendence core, a body of wonder and translucency, as if sweet mystic summary of herself, escaping into the original bliss, had come enlarged out of eternity. Someone came, infinite and absolute, a being of wisdom, power, and delight. Even as a mother draws her child to her arms, took to her breast nature and world and soul, abolishing the signless emptiness, breaking the vacancy and voiceless hush, piercing the limitless unknowable into the liberty of motionless depths, a beautiful and felicitous luster stole, the power, the light, the bliss no word can speak, imagined itself in a surprising beam and built a golden passage to his heart. Touching throb him all longing sentient things, a moment's sweetness of the all beautiful. Cancel the vanity of the cosmic whirl. A nature throbbing with a heart divine was felt in the unconscious universe. It made the breath a happy mystery, a love that bore the cross of pain with joy. Eudemonized the sorrow of the world. Oh, that's a word. EUDAEMONISED, like demonized. Made happy the wait of long unending time, the secret caught of God's felicity, affirming in life a hidden ecstasy. Excuse me. It held the spirit to its miraculous course, carrying immortal values to the hours. It justified the labor of the sons. For one was there, the supreme behind the God, a mother might brooded upon the world. A consciousness revealed its marvelous front, transcending all that is, denying none. Imperishable above our fallen heads. He felt a rapturous and unstumbling force. The undying truth appeared, the enduring power of all that here is made and then destroyed, the mother of all godheads and strengths, who mediatrix binds earth to the supreme. The enigma ceased that rules our nature's night. The covering nescience was unmasked and slain. Its mind of error was stripped off from things, and the dull moods. Hey, piggy diddles. Look, where'd they go? She's put there. Its mind of error was stripped off from things, and the dull moods of its perverting will, illumined by her all-seeing identity. Knowledge and ignorance could strive no more. No longer could the titan opposites, antagonist poles of the world's artifice, impose the illusion of their twofold screen. Throwing their figures between us and her, the wisdom was near, disguised by its own works, of which the darkened universe is the robe. No more existence seemed an aimless fall. Extinction was no more than soul release. The hidden word was found, the long-sought clue revealing was the meaning of our spirit's birth. Condemned to an imperfect body and mind and the inconscience of material things and the indignity of mortal life, a heart was felt in the spaces wide and bare. A burning love from white spiritual founts. Annulled the sorrow of the ignorant depths. Suffering was lost in her immortal smile. A life from beyond grew, conquer here of death. To err no more was natural to mind. Wrong could not come here, all was light and love. Nice. The formless and the formed were joined in here. Immensity was exceeded by a look, a face revealed the crowded infinite, incarnating inexpressibly in her limbs, the boundless joy. The blind world forces seek her body of beauty mooned, the seas of bliss. At her head she stands of birth and toil and fate, and their slow round, the cycles turn to her call. Alone her hands can change time's dragon base. Here is the mystery the night conceals. The spirit's alchemist energy is hers. She is the golden bridge, the wonderful fire. The luminous heart of the unknowable is she. A power of silence in the depths of God. She is the force, the inevitable word, the magnet of our difficult ascent, the sun from which we kindle all our suns, the light that leans from the unrealized vast, the joy that beckons from the impossible, the might of all that never yet came down. All nature dumbly calls to her alone to heal with her feet the aching throb of life and break the seals on the dim soul of man and kindle her fire in the closed heart of things. All here shall be one day her sweetness home. All contraries prepare her harmony. Towards her our knowledge climbs, our passion gropes. In her miraculous rapture we shall dwell. Her clasp shall turn to ecstasy our pain. Our self shall be one self with all through her. In her confirmed because transformed in her, our life shall find its fulfilled response. Above the boundless hushed beatitudes, below the wonder of the embrace divine, this known is a thunder flash of God. The rapture of things eternal filled his limbs. Amazement fell upon his ravished senses. His spirit was caught in her intolerant flame. Once seen his heart, leave that foot alone, Piggy. Once seen his heart, acknowledged only her. Only a hunger of infinite bliss was left. All aims in her were lost. Then found in her, his base was gathered to one pointing spire. Period. Stop it right there. Take a break. We'll get some more water. We'll pick back up at line 187, Canto 2. Adoration of the Divine Mother. Healing, love, and light. All one.